As a child of the 60s, it's my duty to protest. And what are we going to protest today? Stereotypes. Stay tuned. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, we inspire. And I was inspired to protest because I took a look at a piece that I saw on the internet called 40 Uncool Things Boomers Won't Give Up, published by Auto Overload, whoever that is. Let me give you the gist of their article. If you're a boomer reading this, then we're sorry in advance. But we have no choice but to inform you that a lot of things you've been doing for, well, ever, are pretty uncool. And although you may think otherwise, these trends are never coming back in style, so you have to accept it. While there are so many opportunities for growth amongst the baby boomer generation, so many choose to be stubborn in their old ways, torturing generations for years to come. Here are the most unforgivable trends baby boomers still think are cool, but need to stop immediately. On behalf of the baby boomer generation, I protest, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, the first one they point out, and I'm going to go through a few of them, okay? The mall was once an escape for retail therapy and socializing. The malls of today's America have only decayed. Hey, I never went to the malls. People that I know didn't go to the malls. The people that were going to the malls were the young people, the kids in high school to hang out there, or the incredibly old people that went there to walk around at 6 o'clock in the morning. So don't give me the malls. The malls are not part of the baby boomers. Cable TV packages. Hey, I just learned something. At once they were maybe necessary to watch TV, but that's no longer the case. I have a cable TV package. Not only are satellite and cable outdated, but streaming is cheaper and provides tailored options for things you actually watch. Cut the cord, boomers. Hey, I learned something. I'm going to look into streaming. But cable is kind of easy, okay? Unless it's unbelievably cheaper, I'm going to stick with what I have. It works for me. If you're still writing checks in this day and age, you're clearly stuck in prehistoric times because no one even accepts them anymore. Well, excuse me, my ex-wife accepts them, all right? Every month she accepts them. But seriously, you're right. You don't write checks anymore. You're able to use a credit card or a debit card or a bank card or whatever you want to call it. And checks are somewhat passé. Looking at men here, let's point out the obvious. What could you possibly be carrying around in a briefcase? Pens and papers? Hey, young people, what about all the devices that you carry around like you're married to them? Talk about the pot calling the kettle black. And nobody I know carries a briefcase. As a matter of fact, the only term I hear carrying a briefcase was one of my first mentors. That was somebody that was a salesman. Okay, oh, when I was carrying a briefcase, that meant he was a salesperson. Nobody carries a briefcase, but everybody carries around all your little devices that you have to have with you. For the love of all things, why on earth did anyone ever do this? Boomers, you are responsible and will never forgive you. I protest. This is not a boomer thing. What am I talking about? I am talking about, and this is from somebody that has zero fashion sense whatsoever, the major faux pas of wearing socks and sandals. I have been known to actually, and I have done this on more than one occasion, walk up to people and tell them, we have a city ordinance. Be careful. And they look at me and they go, what for? I say, you're not allowed to wear socks and sandals inside the city limits. That's the way I feel about it. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Boy, one of the things they say is, hey, people don't do diamonds anymore. Diamonds are passé. Diamonds are old-fashioned. Hey, wake the heck up. First of all, when somebody gets married, they want a diamond. Okay, I'm not a jewelry guy. I've been wearing a watch for like 800 years. All right, I'm not a jewelry guy. Here's my point. You're talking about diamonds. At the same time, you got to be careful because you're wearing a nipple ring or earrings for your nose or tongue piercing or tattoos. You got tattoos everywhere. There isn't a part of your body that's not in print. What are you selling it out there for commercial usage? You making money off what's on your body? Don't talk to me about diamonds. For whatever reason, boomers thinks it's necessary to have their cell phones attached to their hip. They're talking about the thing that I don't know anybody that does that. But here's the point. You folks, you young people, you need to have the cell phone attached to your face because it's always there. You can't walk around without seeing somebody with their face in their cell phone. Come on. Conspiracy theories. You know what? They're saying in this article that baby boomers are the place where conspiracy theories start. In my point of view, it's exactly the opposite. Why? Because we have such great communication capability right now, any yutz with fingers can write on the internet whatever the heck he pleases and then find some putz someplace that's going to embrace that, and you can do it like all over the country, and that's how these groups start to form from stupid, not theories, but stupid gossip that turns into theories. Wake up. There are many things that seem to repeat themselves in fashion, but high-waist jeans are something that doesn't deserve condoning. First of all, to be candid with you, I didn't even know what high-waist jeans. I saw the picture of they had a very attractive woman wearing apparently what are high-waist jeans. Let me tell you what bugs me. What bugs me are the old people that wear their jeans and they take their pants, and I'm talking guys here, and they have them like up here. It's like their belt buckle is right at the breast level. Okay, you can scratch yourself in the chest and buckle your pants at the same time. My former father-in-law used to wear, I always used to say to the wife, hey, he's wearing those trousers kind of high, isn't he? That's something to avoid. Can't deny that. Unmistakable, it makes it easy to identify a boomer in seconds that's wearing New Balance shoes. Sneakers. Hey, making a big deal about sneakers. Sneakers are casual shoes, all right? Unless you're like a professional basketball player or someone that, you know, is an athlete and you have special shoes. I had, when I was growing up as an athlete, sneakers that I would wear only to play inside. I had sneakers that I would wear only to play outside, and I had my casual, hey, kicking around, being cool sneakers. Sneakers are so expensive now, I can't believe people are paying a couple of $100 to put on a pair of sneakers. Really? You're talking to me about fashion with sneakers and you're spending $1 zillion to put on a pair of sneakers? Not only that, but you need to have a zillion different pairs. And I'm not speaking to any individual per se. Eli. Jorts made sense back when they were the only alternative was, well, actual jeans. What the heck are jorts? I didn't even know what they are. Apparently, they are dungaree or jean shorts that people wear. You know what? I do have a pair of those. And I wear them when I'm going someplace like hiking or things like that. You know, I don't wear them on a regular basis, but don't stereotype me with jorts. Let's not be ridiculous. All right? Staying informed is important. So what's the deal with 24-hour news channels? Well, we didn't invent the 24-hour news channel. That was invented after baby boomers. Not only that, but it's blasphemous. Why is it blasphemous? Because these channels are so slanted. You got Fox, that's like the conservative, and you got CNN, which is the liberal. And it's like, if you want to get how do you get the real news now? As Mark Twain said, if you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. And if you do read it, you're misinformed. Well, cable news networks, my friends, are misinforming us by giving us slanted viewpoints. Not only that, but, hey, you young people, let's not be ridiculous here. You're saying, hey, 24-hour news networks? How about YouTube? Now, I obviously have embraced YouTube, but I see things on there that make me go, what the heck? Like, my favorite one was how to manifest the text instantly. Really? Are you that hungry to get a text from somebody that you have to manifest it from somebody, and you have to do it right here, right now? Come on. One of the other things they point out is cursive handwriting. No one uses cursive handwriting anymore. Let's use handwriting that we all can read. It's difficult enough to read people's handwriting. I couldn't agree more. When I was in school at the Edward Devotion School in Brookline, we weren't even taught cursive. The only thing that we were taught about cursive was how to sign your name. And to this day, I do not write in cursive. I don't know how. I had no desire to do it. My handwriting was messy enough just writing script. I would concur. People that cursive is out. Another infamous fashion faux pas is the willingness to wear business casual shorts, dad slacks. They resemble your office slacks cut in half by the golf course. All right, they're complaining about that. Can we talk about fashion for a minute? Now, as you well know, I'm not exactly the fashion plate, but could you explain to me why women, shall we say, that are hefty are wearing these skin tights all the time? They're walking around with these. What do they think that's doing? That is, they're showing off a body that is a large body. It's like putting tights on a blimp. Why are you doing that? What is the fashion statement you're making there? Doesn't make sense to me. Wear clothes that make you look nice. Don't wear clothes that accentuate obesity. How about Velcro shoes? I got a story to tell you about Velcro shoes. All right? Clearly only really young people and really old people wear Velcro shoes. I can agree with that. One summer when I was going to my big reunion, my camp in Maine, I had a pair of Velcro sneakers. And somebody came up to me. Now this is when I was in probably my 50s, and everybody, busts everybody's chops up there. And Bert came up and said, you know what, I look at those shoes, and you know what it says to me? I said, no, Bert, what does it say? He said, it looks like you've lost the will to live. And Bert, I have to agree, it was very funny, but many a truth is said in jest. How about sending emails? One of the things that boomers do that other people don't. Now, Eli's told me this. Dad, nobody sends emails anymore. Nobody sends emails. Everybody Instagrams and this. Hey, I can't keep up with all the crap. I try to. And when I send an email, I know that ultimately, at least the people that I'm emailing, with perhaps Eli as the exception, will ultimately look at the email when it's convenient for them. Sending somebody an Instagram, I'm not in favor of letting devices control my life. A communication device is meant to assist you when it's convenient for you to receive it. And by the way, instead of sending all these instant messages, how about picking up a phone and talking to somebody and having some human interaction? Enough already with all of the back and forth that you have on Instagram, and you're going back and forth 800 times, and I'm not doing that. You want to talk to me? Let's talk. Let's not send messages with fingers. And I'm going to end this session with something that's very near and dear to me, that they're saying, hey, what the heck, baby boomers? And that's buffets. I love buffets. I love going someplace. I want to tell you a story about a buffet. We had a family reunion, and Cousin Larry, my very funny cousin, took us, it was in his area in Florida, so we all flew down to Florida. He was sort of the host of this family reunion, and he took us, he said, we're all going to go to a buffet. And we had the young cousins that were there, and so everybody went up to the buffet, and these kids were like, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years old, something like that. And so they came and sat down, and they sat down at Cousin Larry's table, and Cousin Larry had a plate, and on the plate he had some plastic dog dew. And he looks over at the kids and he says, hey, did you guys get some of this? And they went, dog dew! Some buffets are like that, really. But if you pick and choose carefully, you can have a good time at a buffet. And I don't feel like that's an age thing. All right. Anyway, hope we had a little fun today with stereotypes. And remember that the pot calling the kettle black is something that when you start pointing fingers at somebody, you got 4 pointing back at you. So let's go out and remember to always don't ration the passion, fashion the passion. I'm Eli's dad.